glad you like the book. Oh, you're eating the book. Is he supposed to eat the book?
Evil! Michael is evil!
Wait, hold
He's
on. Time
evil!
out. Wait. Hold on. Before we even start the show, why is there a Halloween 5 poster in the background?
That's
Are we reviewing Halloween OG 1978 or are we reviewing Revenge of Michael Myers? Because let me tell y'all something, guys. Halloween 5 is a terrible movie. No disrespect to Danielle Harris. We love Danielle Harris. We stand her. She's our horror movie waifu. We're just going to say that right now. But ain't no way. We ain't talking. Hold up. We finna rectify this. I don't know who was in charge of this, but I got this.
You were.
I don't know what you talking about. I was at work.
Calendar says
I
Leah's
was at
hosting.
work.
Mike and Mike are panelists.
I was at work. What was you doing? Why ain't no one called me? It's all good. Here we go.
I had a medical procedure I had to deal with. So
I was dealing with personal issues.
We're all dealing. Anyways, guys, welcome to and boom, rectified. Guys, welcome to a very special Halloween edition of the Buttery Show. This is our boy Mike. This is our boy New York Mike, and we are here to talk about Halloween 1978, where it all began. John Carpenter's Halloween, a movie that revolutionized the horror slasher genre, and it's personally my favorite horror movie of all time. Before we get into that, housekeeping. If you are new to the Buttery Show, be sure to follow us on our Buttery Show Facebook page, and be sure to follow us on our YouTube page, youtube.com/The Buttery Show. And be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what is your favorite Halloween movie in this 13 movie installment franchise. Yes, we're counting the Rob Zombie movies, but
my favorite one is the one that has the least amount of this happening.
See, I thought that your favorite was going to be Halloween Resurrection because Busta Rhymes beats Michael Myers, but it is what it is.
Yo, I want to I'm gonna keep up with the joke that he learned. It was TJ Storm who taught him how to defeat Michael Myers.
Oh my god. Anyways, so let's get started real quick. So, Halloween 1978 is an American independent slasher film. Oh, also, by the way, people, Baby Fox is joining me today.
Hello.
Okay. All right. Halloween 1978, because we're going to talk about the franchise, is a 1978 American independent slasher movie directed and scored by John Carpenter and co-written by Deborah Hill, starring Jamie Lee Curtis in her film debut, Donald Pleasance, PJ Souls, and Nancy Kyes, as well as Nick Castle, who dons the mask of Michael Myers. The film plot centers on a mental patient, Michael Myers, who was committed to a sanitarium for murdering his babysitting teenage sister on Halloween night when he was 6 years old. 15 years later, he escaped and returns to his hometown where he stalks a female babysitter and her friends while under pursuit by a psychiatrist, not Donald Pleasance.
Played by Donald Pleasance.
Yes. Oh my god.
What a very
Donald
pleasant
Loomis,
actor.
Loomis. There you go. Anyways, guys, here's a quick question. I mean, okay. When was the first time y'all saw this movie? Mike, go ahead.
LA Mike?
LA Mike, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. First time I saw this movie was actually a few years after I saw H2O. H2O was my first movie. God damn it. It looked like I'm gonna try not to talk about H2O, but yeah, it got me interested in watching like the earlier movies. I honestly up to the point where I joined Scrub Club. I have only seen H2O. The first one, the second one, and the the first Rob Zombie one. At that point,
Rob Zombie 1.
Yeah, those were the only ones I saw. But then together, you and I watched 3, 4, 5, 6, 3 times.
Both
Danny!
the theatrical and Snyder cut. I mean, producer's cut.
Am I gonna have to deal with this when I come out there?
Oh yes. Continue, Mike.
At this point, I'll say Halloween is the first horror movie series where I caught up with all the movies up to the present day at the time. Because like I know technically I can't say I saw all the movies until this weekend, and we're gonna go into that at the end of the month. But up to that point, I saw all 11 movies that came out at the time. And number 2 was Nightmare on Elm Street. I finally saw all 9 movies after I saw all 11 Halloween movies. So, so Halloween is basically the start of my interest in horror films. I mean, I saw all the Scream movies before I saw Halloween, but still, my very first horror movie, like where it was like horror, was Halloween H2O. So humble beginnings.
Okay. New York Mike, when was the first time you saw this movie? And was this your first movie in the franchise, or did you watch one of the sequels?
I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I don't do horror films. But it had Jamie Lee Curtis. So I'm like, you know what? Let me see what this is all about. And so I watched it. I'm just like, so you mean to tell me there's a dude that has my name killing people? Where was this one? Like, come on. So honestly, like I said, I don't do horror films. I try to stay away from horror films.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, my first time watching Halloween, this one was actually New Year's Eve of this year that's about to pass.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. And I guess you haven't seen the sequels yet.
Nope. From what oh God, help us all.
God, rub my hands on Birdman. I gotta rub my hands on Birdman.
I can't wait for my Jamie trilogy.
Yo, we gonna have a good time with the Jamie trilogy. Okay.
Why are you trying to do this to me?
All right, so.
And I'll say this. When I first saw the trailer for H2O, I was like, "Is that the mom from True Lies?"
See, I'll go a step further. Is that the mom from Christmas with the Cranks?
Wait.
No, but see, Christmas with the Cranks didn't exist back then.
Is that the mom from Freaky Friday?
Hey, there you go.
But H2O came out before those 2 movies
came
out.
But Mike, you gotta keep in mind, we probably have not seen a Halloween movie until we were like a little older, which goes to where I am. So I was 16.
But my favorite Schwarzenegger movie was True Lies. So I did see Jamie Lee Curtis in that movie before I saw any of these other movies, including H2O.
Okay. All right. So I was 16 years old when I saw this movie, like in its entirety, because Michael Myers, of all the horror villains, Jason, Chucky, Freddy, Pinhead, Leatherface, Michael was the one that scared me the most, because with Jason, he's from New Jersey. I'm not going to Jersey anytime soon. I'm not stupid.
Wait, you don't realize I'm near New Jersey.
Good luck.
And
also,
I've been to New Jersey.
Freddy Krueger. I'm nowhere near Illinois, and I got the power of God and anime on my side. So there you go. Ghostface. I know self-defense. I could, and Ghostface would not try that in the hood. I'm just saying. Chucky.
What about the other Ghostface? Because there's always 2 of them.
Again, I lived in the hood. Ain't no way 2 Ghostface killers is gonna be coming into my neck of the woods, because they will get got. Chucky, I don't have dolls, and I've already said that my son is gonna have Power Ranger toys when he turns like 2 or 3. He ain't gonna have no freaking good guy dolls or anything like that. Well, now probably, because Chucky is LGBT friendly, and I like that.
I'm talking Tina, and I don't like you very much.
Chucky, so help me God, I'm kicking him.
Leatherface. Hold up. Leatherface. I don't live in Texas. I'm not going nowhere near Texas. If I am, I'm going to the metropolitan areas like Dallas or Houston or San Antonio or Austin.
Mm-hmm.
What's his face? I just had it in my head. I already said Leatherface.
You know, I just realized-
Pennywise. I'm not going to Maine. I'm good. But with Michael Myers could be anybody, any place, anytime, anywhere. And that is what's scary. And that's what honestly is why I love this movie. Because you would think all these killers kill people in the woods, kill people out in deserted areas. Michael Myers could be anywhere, anytime, any place. And that is what's very haunting. That's the reason why I never watched a Halloween movie until I was 16. And then I started watching all the movies. And for those y'all who want to know, are we ever going to review the other sequels outside of Halloween 2018, Kills and Ends? Go to soundcloud.com/ScrollCloudGame. That's soundcloud.com/ScrollCloudGame. Myself and Mike and several special guests review the movies with us. They're a blast. This is one.
His thing. All I'm going to say is this. When you mention Pennywise, I'm going to listen. I don't do clowns. I will not do clowns. If you put me near a clown, so help me God.
Anyway.
You know who Michael should worry about the most?
Who?
Jason Voorhees. You know why?
Why?
Because Jason takes Manhattan.
Okay, cut to the out. Okay, we're done. We're done. Go to the outro. Go to the outro. Go to the outro because that's not going to get any cornier than this. Go to the outro. Okay, but no, I love this movie. Now, if I had a tier list, like my top 3 favorite movies of this franchise is this movie, Halloween H2O, and Halloween 2018. Those are my top 3. Halloween 3, Season of Witch, ranking up there. It's like barely trying to get to number 3. But I love this movie. Is what got me into a lot more of the horror movies because I watched Chucky was my first, then Freddy, then Jason, then Michael.
I'm gonna put his thing. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you, right?
Okay, go ahead.
Like I said, I don't do horror films, but my brother, so help me God. I'm like 6 years old.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Hey Mike, you want to watch a clown movie with me?" I'm like, "Sure." It was Stephen King's It. I did not go to sleep for weeks.
See, funny enough, I remember watching that movie when I was a kid. I thought it was funny because I'm like, oh, that's Tim Curry. That's the guy. I've seen that guy. He was in Home Alone too.
He was in Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad as Kilokon.
He was in. Oh, he's Nigel Thornberry in the Wild Thornberry.
He played the devil in that one movie.
I think we'll review that movie at some point. But no, overall, so real quick, you heard at the top of the show that this movie was an independent film. Yes, this was an indie film. This movie cost $300,000 to make and made $70 million in the box office. A student film made millions.
Wait. Hold on. Halloween was a student film?
Yes, this was an independent film. John Carpenter was well known for his music. He did this movie. I think the year prior, he did Assault on Precinct 13, which is a very, very good action film. Highly recommended to anyone if you are a John Carpenter fan. But speaking of John Carpenter, I mean, this guy there's no introduction for this guy. The Thing, Halloween, freaking They Live, Prince of Darkness, what was the other movie he did? Oh, Big Trouble in Little Chinatown. John Carpenter has done it all, and hopefully, potentially, he's been wanting to do a Dead Space movie. I would love for him to do Dead Space the movie because he loves that movie. He loves that video game.
He also did the Escape movies.
Oh yeah, Escape from New York and Escape from LA, which introduced
was there a third one as well?
Russell. Nope.
Weird. I could have sworn there's a third one called Escape from Somewhere Else.
No, it was just Escape from Los Angeles. That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird. I could have sworn Kurt Russell was in another movie called Escape from Something.
No, but he also, funny enough, he also directed Dark Star, and he directed one of my favorite Jeff Bridges movies outside of Tron Legacy, and The Big Lebowski, and that was Starman. Very a cult classic. I highly recommend to anybody who's a John Carpenter fan or who wants to look at more of his filmography.
Not R.I.P.D.
He didn't direct R.I.P.D.
I'm joking.
Oh my god! I was gonna say
Because he said my favorite Jeff Bridges movie. I'm like R.I.P.D.
Oh no! Shut up. Anyways, and then we got Jamie Lee Curtis again. She has no introduction. She doesn't need an introduction. This movie, Halloween 2, Halloween H2O, Halloween Resurrection. We don't really talk about that. Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends, Freaky Friday, True Lies, Christmas with the Cranks, Knives Out, A Fish Named Wanda, Trading Places. The list goes on and on and on.
Basically, she was in Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Potentially, yeah, that movie was supposed to be Dana in Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. That didn't go through. But
wait, time out, rewind. Jamie Lee Curtis was supposed to be a Power Ranger?
Yes,
she even has a costume and everything.
She has the pink Lightspeed Rescue costume. And she does cosplay with it every now and then. Funny enough, here's a nice trivia fact for everyone who's a Jamie Lee Curtis fan. She's a big fan of Street Fighter. She, for a few years, has gone dressed up as Vega with the mask on because her son, if I remember correctly at the time, was competing at Evo. So or her nephew, I don't remember. And she went as support, but cosplay as Vega so no one would recognize it was her. That's a loving mom, auntie, or whatever. I don't know.
I agree.
But yeah. Anyways,
I actually have this picture right here. I'll send it to you in a moment.
Okay. Anyways, let's get started. So, what are some of your favorite moments of this movie? What part scared you the most? I'm gonna go New York Mike first, because since you don't dig scary movies. Favorite part of the movie, character, and with a scene that scared the hell out of you.
Honestly, my favorite part to me was the beginning because it actually opened up to say, hey, this is Michael Myers. This is what's been going on. But to me, the most creepiest scene to me was when Laurie was looking out the window and you see Michael just like this. I'm just like, what the? I'm like, you really want to do this to me? You really want to do this to me?
Okay. All right. LA Mike. I mean, you and I have watched this movie millions of times. What was your favorite moment, favorite kill, scary moment? Go ahead.
Honestly, for me, like the movie wasn't really scary for me when I first watched it because honestly, I thought it was more hilarious than anything. But I do find it interesting how like in one of the scenes where like Michael is like staring at Laurie and then disappears, she doesn't break eye contact. He just disappears.
Exactly.
It's like if there was like an object that obscures him and then he disappears, or like she turns away and then turns back and he's gone. Like I understand he pulls a Batman, like Batman always does, but like freaking like you don't see any visual obscuring. You don't see her breaking eye contact. He's just there and then he's not there. I'm like, can he teleport or something?
I'm looking like, did this dude just instant transmission on this person? Dang.
And then other characters throughout the next 12 movies copy his ability from like out of nowhere without any like explanation as to how they did it.
Yeah. Okay, so I would say a scene that scared me the most. It was actually the first time you see him do his first kill. That's when he killed Annie in the back of her car. When I was a kid, so I was like 4 or 5 when I saw this kill because I thought it was Scream. I thought it was my mom was watching Scream, and I was already kind of used to it. Scared the hell out of me. I'm like, okay, it is what it is. And then when you see Michael pop up in the back of the car, choke Annie, and then slice her throat, I'm like, bro. To this day, the reason why that scares me is because every single time I have gotten my car and it's late at night, I have to double check. Like
exactly.
Let me show you how I do it. Let me show you. Let me show you a demonstration real quick. Okay, I get in the car, right? I immediately let my seat go back with an elbow drop. I'm ready to elbow drop a mofo, just like here's a pumpkin. Here's a pumpkin. All right, ready? Let me set it up. Boom, like that. I'm ready to elbow drop someone every single time. My favorite kill was when he killed Linda. Right after she killed Bob, which I know a lot of people love when the kill with Bob because he sticks him to the wall with the knife. Him killing Linda is my favorite kill because immediately after he strangles her to death, he picks up the phone, and it is the first time Laurie hears Michael on the phone. And it is honestly one of the most chilling moments of the entire movie because, like let's say you're on the phone with your friend, and after they just got done, after they just did the big dirty, you know what I'm talking about, and you hear him getting strangled, and you're like, bro, what you doing? What you doing, bro?
Like, yo, what are you doing? Like,
and all you hear is this. That is haunting. Like,
you see, that's where I'm gonna get the holy oil. I'm gonna get the holy water. I'm gonna get the rosemary. I'm gonna get the rosaries. I'm gonna start praying, and then I'm gonna have to start fighting.
Yeah, and I'll say this: my favorite character in the movie, honestly, I know a lot of people like to say Loomis. I know a lot of people want to say Laurie. My favorite character is Sheriff Brackett. I love Sheriff Brackett because he's like, listen, like I'm just a simple sheriff in this small town. Everyone knows each other. I know a lot of these neighbors. Are you telling me that this psychopath who was under your care for the last 15 years has escaped to come home to finish the job? Is that what you're telling me? Like, the way he went off on not gone off, but he's like, if you're right, damn you for letting him out. I'm like, I would have felt the exact same way.
Honestly,
and I think, go ahead.
Honestly, me, I would have went like, yo, see, I'm from New York.
Mm-hmm.
There's a totally different way we would have handled this. I would have like, yo, so you mean to tell me this local dude, he was committed for 15 years, escaped while he was in your custody, and he's in my city terrorizing people. Oh nah, see, we gonna have to deal with this dude right here, right now. Let's go.
I mean, that kind of happens in one of the movies. Several, actually.
Evil dies tonight!
Evil dies tonight! Evil dies tonight!
Wait, we roll with the tide! Ah!
No, and you see, and here's the big mistake everyone kept making, especially in Halloween 4. Everyone wanted to 1v1 Michael like it's freaking Street Fighter.
Yeah, and yet no one bothers to do a tiger uppercut.
With Michael Myers, you gotta be like the Power Rangers. You gotta jump him.
Exactly. Like, you know how many times the Power Rangers jump a monster? Okay, we're off to a different franchise. What are your guys' thoughts on Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode? What did you think about Laurie Strode? Mike, go ahead. LA Mike, go ahead.
Well, when I rewatched the movie Scream, I actually think it was a nice touch that out of all the movies the teenagers could have been watching while Jamie Kennedy explains the 3 rules of surviving a horror film, that they're watching the movie Halloween, because Laurie Strode is the ultimate example of those 3 rules. Do not get laid, or you're going to end up like that teenage couple with the dude with the glasses. Do not get drunk, because then you'll end up like
Linda.
Yeah, like Linda. And also, never be on your own. Good thing that Laurie technically wasn't on her own. She did have Tommy with her, and then what's it called?
Lindsay.
And then Lindsay showed up, and so it's like, yeah, never say you'll be back, because you won't be.
Hey, I'm gonna get some water. You want any?
Oh yeah, sure.
I'll be right back. Oh.
Yeah,
We're gonna,
but
we're
yeah,
gonna be streaming soon.
like even in
No,
the
no, no,
movie,
no, no. Imagine
they
you
make
did that, and I would have left, and then you saw Michael Myers right on my screen.
I'm like, can I have an autograph?
that, like for me, it's like I like you actually have a scene where her two friends are making fun of her for being like this meek, like Virgin Mary type character who's never had a boyfriend, who never got laid, and then when her friend goes to check to see if Michael was there, like behind that shrub, it's like there's a guy here who wants to ask you out on a date, and when she comes around, there's someone there. It's like, yeah, they're making fun of her for being a stick in the mud. Being a stick in the mud is what ended up saving her.
Exactly.
She pulled that stick out and stabbed Michael in the eye with it later in the movie.
Like, ah!
New York Mike. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, and like really last thing, and I love how through the progress of the movies, she becomes more and more Sarah Connor like.
Especially H2O, but H2O will be for another time. But New York Mike, thoughts on Laurie? Because I know this is your first Halloween movie. So, what are your thoughts on the main character, Laurie Strode?
I like her. Like LA Mike said, being a stick in the mud is what saved her. And it's like sometimes you need to be a stick in the mud. It could mean your survival, people.
It's okay to be a Girl Scout, not Girl Scout, but you know what I mean. What was it? There you go. A goody two shoes. There you go. For me, Laurie Strode is a good example of what a lot of horror film fans we like to call the final girl. She's the one that survives at the end to tell the tale again in the next several movies. Without Laurie Strode, you wouldn't have had Nancy from Nightmare on Elm Street. You wouldn't have like the 3 or 4 female protagonists from the Friday the 13th movies. You wouldn't have Kyle from Child's Play 2 or De Silva from Child's Play 3. Mm-hmm. And you wouldn't have Sidney Prescott from the Scream franchise. Without those characters, without Laurie Strode, we wouldn't have a lot of these really cool female protagonists that we would later see in like horror movies and stuff. Yeah. And another thing that's very haunting when you look at Laurie is that no one believed her. It's like, yo, there's this guy in a William Shatner mask who is popping up like he's freaking Goku at my school while we're walking home, while he's driving, he's outside my house, and it's like no one believes her. And it's very daunting, especially in the final act of the film, where she is legit screaming for people to help her. There's a person who just killed her friends, and you see the dude just shut the lights off.
It's like a reverse Cry Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, bro, do you not? I mean, I don't know. It's the 1970s. I can't speak for that. We're millennials. We weren't born around that time. You're not a millennial. You're Gen something. I don't know. Anyways,
Alpha.
You're Gen A. Okay. You're Alpha Flight. Okay. Anyway. Yes, you're Alpha Flight. Okay.
Yeah, he's happy he's not a millennial or a Gen Z.
Yeah, but anyways,
good on you.
I got you, buddy. Anyways, but no. So like, I do love Laurie's character because it honestly brings you back to like, yo, this is a small town. Yet, even though it's a small town, no one will actually believe you. And look what happened. And then, depending on what timeline or universe you're in, universe 1, 2, 3, or 4, it came back to bite the entire town.
Exactly.
We'll discuss the multiverse of Halloween when we do 2018. What are some of you guys' dislikes of the movie? I mean, I know we've been praising this movie a lot for how revolutionary it is and stuff like that. What are some things that you kind of wish were a little better about this film? LA Mike?
I mean, the other teenage characters that could have been more likable. Like I think Annie dying hit harder in the Rob Zombie movies because we got to know, not just because we're Danielle Harris simps, but because like credit where credit is due to the Rob Zombie movies. he did a lot more to develop Annie as a character. So when she was killed in that universe, as opposed to this universe, it hit harder because we kind low key grew up with Annie, as opposed to being just that one girl that just teased Lori for being a virgin, and that other girl who also teased her for being a virgin, and that guy who teased her for being a virgin.
Okay.
Well, guess what? Guess what? Being a virgin and being a stick in the mud saves her life.
Don't believe us? Look at Hocus Pocus.
That is true.
You know what's really funny is that instead of watching Hocus Pocus 2, I watched Stepford Wives and Rat Race back to back, and then I realized John Lovitz is married to two of the Sanderson sisters. Now we just need one more where he's married to freaking what's her name?
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
I'll give my take real quick. I think for its time, it was no problem. I mean, but I'm speaking for people who probably have never seen Halloween. It does take a little too long for them to introduce Michael, like the shape. I mean, we see that he's been doing these killings and stuff like that, but it does take a little long because we're pretty much we're only being told about like how much Lori loves what's that boy's name again?
Tommy.
No, not Tommy. The guy that she likes, Ben Tramer. She loves her some Ben Tramer, and all the characters are pretty. They are in heat, and to keep it PG, they are very much in heat, and we're being told that constantly. Now, I will say this: it did lead to one of my favorite scenes in the movie, and that is "Don't Fear the Reaper" playing while they're driving to babysit both Tommy and Lindsay. I love that song. I was listening to that song because, funny enough, they do play that song towards the end of Halloween Ends, and I actually will say,
warning,
great callback. So yeah.
Plus, I love Blue Oyster Cult.
I know, I do too. They're a really good band, but no.
Yeah. The cover from Godzilla was weird though.
But no, that's honestly the only complaint I really have. Again, to me, this is a perfect horror movie. That's just me personally. But New York, Mike, any faults that you want to talk about? Any dislikes?
Not really. If I rewatch it again, I'll probably I'll probably come up with some, but most likely no.
Okay. Now I will ask this because I think we're about to wrap up. Because I mean, unless does anyone want to go discuss anything else? Because I know the score, John Carpenter. There's a reason why John Carpenter is one of the best in the game when it comes to theatrical scores to a film. This movie, The Thing, Big Trouble in Little Chinatown, They Live, Prince of Darkness. This man. And honestly, my favorite soundtrack he's done for Halloween was Halloween 2. I love the synthwave version of the title intro.
Surprisingly enough, I know how to play the title intro on the piano.
I want to hear this. Do you have a piano near you?
No, I don't.
Damn it. Anyways, it'll be a special treat for Buttery Show. But
Trust me, if I had a piano near me, I'd be playing it right now.
Okay. All right, but no, the score I would say is phenomenal. Like, it is to this day, the score does scare me. Well, it scared me when I was still in high school. Like, every time I heard the score, I thought Michael Myers was behind me. I'm not gonna front. I'm like 15 years old running because I think Michael Myers is about to kill me. I'll admit, I go.
There was one time. This was like because I knew about Halloween, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as I heard the score, as soon as I heard the opening score, I'm like, oh hell, no, no, I ran.
You ran so far away.
Yeah,
you ran all night and day. Did you get away?
Listen. All I'm gonna say is, if you guys seen The Flash, that was me.
Did the aurora shine down on you?
Oh my god. Anyways, but yeah, the score. I would say this. A lot of people don't know this, but I think the most expensive part of that entire film was actually the opening. when Michael it's in the POV shot of Michael about to go kill his sister. That was the most expensive part of the entire movie. They need a fisheye lens on camera for that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm impressed they were able to maintain good focus with the whole like the eye cover thing when he puts the mask on.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, overall, this movie, because I don't think there's nothing much else to say about this movie. Now, when we get to the rest of the Shamrock timeline, there will be plenty to say, especially Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends. What are you guys' scores? New York Mike, because this is your first horror movie, go ahead. Score.
I gotta give this a 10 out of 10.
All right. That's what I like to hear. LA Mike.
9 out of 10. It's solid. It's clean. It's simple yet effective. And on it, and if I just go by the Siskel and Ebert rating system, I much like both Siskel and Ebert would give it 2 thumbs up.
Okay, respect. Again, like I said, it's one of my personal favorite horror movies of all time. I'm gonna give it a perfect 10. Like, you want to talk about atmosphere, you want to talk about build up to a very amazing climactic ending with Michael and Laurie going at it, and then Loomis putting 6 in his chest like 50 Cent. Like, this is a perfect horror movie.
It really was.
And don't get me wrong, I mean, say what you want about the sequels and the other 3 universes, but I would honestly say if they honestly just stuck with this movie and maybe Halloween 2, this Michael Myers, even with those 2 films alone, has pretty much put his claim as one of the greatest horror villains of all time.
Woo!
And it doesn't matter who wears the mask. Except Halloween 5. Michael Myers is a true killing machine.
He really
Except
is.
Halloween 5, Halloween Ends. Anyways,
Halloween 6.
don't talk. Okay, no, listen. You want to make me angry, and I'm right in front of my son. Then don't talk about Halloween 6 or the producer's cut.
I still like to jokingly give the poll question: which is the worst Michael Myers movie, Halloween 6 or Love Guru?
Halloween 6.
Halloween 6.
But I'm here. Halloween 6.
Don't get me wrong. Halloween 6 gave us Paul Rudd because, funny enough, this movie was, from what if I remember correctly, and I've been saying this for years, Halloween 6 was supposed to come out before Clueless. This was Paul Rudd's first movie, but it got delayed due to developmental hell.
Mm-hmm.
So Clueless came out, and then Halloween 6 came out.
So it's like Abbey Road and Let It Be.
Pretty much. All right, let's see. Bishop Stacy, good evening. What's up, Bishop Stacy?
Good evening.
Halloween 2 was my first. Halloween 2 is a good movie.
Bad.
Halloween 2 is a good movie. I actually, funny enough, that was my first time I ever listened to a riff tracks. I was listening to Halloween. I was watching a riff tracks of Halloween 2. That was the first time I ever saw the movie. And it was actually the first time I ever saw the first Halloween movie was because of the riff tracks. Shouts to riff tracks. Y'all the reason why I'm not afraid of watching Halloween movies. Oh, Rick Martinez. What's up, dude? You're talking Halloween horror movies? Speaking my language. What's up, dude? Yes, we just finished up Halloween 1978. Next review we'll be doing will be Halloween 2018, which is one of my other favorite movies in the franchise. I love this movie. It gave us Jamie Lee Curtis, which was every father's first crush. If it wasn't that, it was Sigourney Weaver. Just saying. But yeah, overall, again, an amazing movie. If y'all want to know where you can watch Halloween, you can watch it on AMC Plus, Shudder, and Amazon Prime if you have the AMC Plus extension.
There's also an app you can watch it for free. I think it's called God, I forgot what it's called. It's one of those like less recognized like Freevee, but it's not Freevee. It's
or like Tubi TV.
No,
Pluto
it's
TV.
not Tubi TV, but it's like that tier of like a streaming service. Like it's like one of the like Crackle, that sort of thing. But
Crackle.
But it's not Crackle. It's like I think it's like awesome or something like that. The God, it'll come to me, but it is on one of those free streaming services where I have to watch the paid ads. But
Okay.
I hate those.
but at
Sometimes.
least you can watch it for free. So it is what it is. And every October, BBC America, if you still have cable.
Hey. Anyways. All right, guys. Well, hold up. Let's see. By the way, just a random thought here, but it's funny to think the Halloween movies and the Pink Panther movies have the same titles. Weird. Return of the Pink Panther, Revenge of the Pink Panther. I get what you mean. I get what you mean.
How many what's it called?
Pink Panther movies?
Pink Panther movies are there? Because there's a lot of them.
I don't remember. I just remember there was the original one, then Return of the Pink Panther, Revenge of the Pink Panther, and then Steve Martin's Pink Panther 1 and 2.
Yeah, because I know there was a lot of them, like from the original one. Because there's like Pink Panther, Return of the Pink Panther, Revenge of the Pink Panther, Son of the Pink Panther. Those are the only 4 I can remember, but I think there was like at least 6 of them, and that's not counting the Steve Martin ones. Plus, there's the Pink Panther cartoon series, which has like nothing to do with the Pink Panther franchise. So it is what it is.
Oh, Pink Panther.
Nothing at all.
Pink Panther films. Anyways, all right, y'all. I think that just about wraps it up. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Shout out to everyone who's watching on Facebook and YouTube right now. We really appreciate it. And LA Mike, where can people find you, dude?
You can find me on Instagram at Boken_Kabuto. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/BokenKabuto, where I will be playing more Bayonetta 2 tonight.
All right, then. New York Mike, where can the people find you?
What is up, everyone? I am Michael. I am him. You guys can catch me on Instagram at RedRanger2134 and on Twitch at RedFalcon347. Yes, I know I haven't kept up with my Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, but things have been crazy.
Okay. And y'all, give me a second. It's okay. Anyways, y'all can follow me on Twitter and Instagram, @TheRecords_Fox, YouTube @Records_Fox, and find all my latest gaming content here gaming content on twitch.tv/RecklessFox. And also every Sunday, Struggle Game Podcast, myself, LA Mike, and Jen. We do a video game podcast every Sunday at 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So please be sure to check us out on both Twitch and here on the Buttery Show. And next review will be Halloween 2018. I'm excited to talk about that one. But until then, guys, this is Leo, LA, and New York Mike from the Buttery Show. Good night, Godspeed, and happy early Halloween. Till then, we'll see y'all later. Peace.
And all I'm gonna say is, if you see Michael Myers chasing you, run. Just run.
Listen to what Shorty has to say. Run!
All right. Good night, guys. Peace. Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Smile. Are we still?